I might never go to uni. I'm really not that fast about it. I need a challenge. It's about the only thing in my life that's fun right now. To sort of find myself against just doing music in general, it would be a lot of pressure, and just enjoy it again. Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Chloe and I am a writer and musician here on YouTube. And as you can tell, yes, I've got a cup of coffee here because it's about time we had a coffee talk, because I realised it's actually been a really long time since I've done a coffee talk, and I've literally just got a small, somewhat small mug that says "Bring me coffee and I'll love you forever" on it, and the coffee that I'm drinking today is one of these sachets because couldn't be bothered to do anything else, to be honest. This is my 14th coffee talk on this channel. It's been a while since I've actually done one. I think it's been a couple of months, and I just feel like I was very overdue to do another one. I mean, you can probably tell from the title that things are gonna change. Like, I feel so awkward because I haven't filmed anything for so long, and also the other thing, right? My camera is on its last legs, which kind of explains why I haven't been filming as much recently. My camera is pretty much dying on me at this point. The focus is always on and off of my face, and it can be really jarring in a way, when I watch my videos back. Not in a weird way, but when I watch my videos, when I edit them, I can tell, and it is frustrating. I don't know how hot this will still be. It's been sat for 10 minutes. It's still hot and I just burnt my tongue. Yes, we need to have a bit of a chat about everything, really, because my camera's dying on me, so I can't be vlogging, or filming rather, for too long, because if I do, my camera will probably start to, well, it'll freeze on me again, no doubt. So yeah, that's the first thing out of the way. I need to get a new camera, and that'll kind of lead me on to some other topics that I'll get to in just a minute. Obviously, as some of you may know, if you have seen my previous videos, you will know I recently went through a whole pregnancy and abortion experience, and I'll make sure to leave that video linked up in the cards if you feel like, you know, you can go and watch that, but I don't want you to feel like you have to. But it happened. Basically everything will be in that video that I'll leave in the cards, because I don't want to talk about it too much in this video, but this video is gonna be me talking about the consequences of that. Not a bad thing, but just things that I've kind of learned since it's happened, and that's why things are gonna change. So like I said, everything will be in that video. There were lots of reasons why, also if you don't want to hear about things like abortion, then feel free to just kind of click off of this video if you feel like you need to protect your own mental health. You know, fair enough, you do what feels best for you. So the reason why I had the abortion was because I had my 12-week scan, and I had found out that there was a fetal anomaly. We had tested for that, and I'm kind of glad that happened in a way, because if it hadn't, I wouldn't have realised how big a thing a baby would have been, how much it would have changed my life. I just didn't think that it was fair to put myself through all of that and my child when I wasn't, you know, I'm not ready for children or to have a family just yet. You know, if they had been born, I just don't think that they would have had much of a life, because I wouldn't be able to give them what I know they need. And so yeah, I'm just gonna cut that short. Everything will be in that video, because honestly, I could just try and explain it all day long, and I feel like people still wouldn't understand unless they've actually been in a similar situation. So because of everything like that it made me realise a lot about my life and, you know, my career and what I'm doing. In a way, I almost feel like it was a bit of a wake-up call, because it was just like, what the hell am I doing with my life? I feel like I don't have much of a career at the moment. I just feel like I'm in this really weird, like, limbo sort of stage of my life where I'm like between things, and it's hard to know what that next thing is for me, like the next big thing. And this should be cold enough now. This should have cooled down, and yes, it has. And I have been in this weird limbo stage since I finished college last June. So June 2021, and when I say college, I mean UK college. Yeah, I was in college for 4 years. And to be honest, I think that kind of makes up for the fact that I might never go to uni in my life. But again, that's another thing that I've been thinking about. I'm just thinking, should I? Should I go to uni or should I not? So I'm like in between a decision with that at the moment. It's just something that, you know, I'm interested in, like going to uni, but I'm really not that fast about it. And you know, uni isn't for everyone. University, by the way, I should probably clarify. So that would be US college. Don't know what that is. It's been about 9 months and I'm still at my part-time job doing about 16 hours a week minimum, I hope, and I'm just a bit stuck, trapped in this life that I'm in at the moment. It's hard to describe it, but all of it just kind of made me realise that I need to change. My whole life needs to change, and I've already started doing that. Like, my whole routine and everything has already started shifting because I finally decided that I want to shift back to 4 till 8 with my work schedule, but even that is going to change again in the near future, fingers crossed. I would love to be able to start doing 2 to 8 whilst I'm still needed on the evening shifts, and then maybe even at some point 12 or 1 to 8, or is that too much? I mean, they might say that's too much, you know, my managers, but honestly, I need a challenge, and that's what I've been getting recently at work. The 4 hours I work for 4 days a week, as in, like, I do 16 hours, yeah, so 4 hours, 4 days. What I'm doing at work at the moment, I am no longer on aisle 1, and it feels so good. Basically, I work in retail, so I'm doing more things. Like, I finally got till trained, so I'm on tills a bit more now, obviously, a lot more now, and I've been doing some rebuilds as well as other aisles of the shop. It's about the only thing in my life that's fun right now. I've already started the change that I know I need. And like I just said, everything for me kind of lies in my routine and schedule. So like I said, my work schedule has changed, which means like my eating schedule has also changed. And the other thing is sleep. Because I'm now doing 4 till 8 at work, I've found that it's much easier on my sleep. I'm now calling my boyfriend at like 10:30 every night, and then reading sort of takes me up until midnight, so then I'm asleep around, well, between 12 and 1 at night, which for me is pretty good going, I would say, because a few weeks ago I was getting to sleep at 4 AM, waking up at 10 AM, so, you know, it's going pretty well. And that whole sleep thing has mainly just been because of my anxiety. My anxiety has been quite bad. I've been sort of struggling with just the whole thing that just happened in my life. I finally reached out to someone, and I have a counselling appointment for me next Thursday. I'm filming this on the 3rd of March. Thursday, by the way. So literally next Thursday for me. And, you know, the people that I've reached out to, you know, BPAS, they're the ones I had my whole treatment through, because they specialise in mental health in that sort of area. But in terms of just general anxiety, I have yet to reach out to the IAPT service. You know, my sleep is still a work in progress. I would say it could be better. To be fair, I'm doing a lot better than I have been. It's a tricky one. I mean, I'm quite happy with my sleep at the moment, to be fair. as sort of like my sleep and work schedule change and my eating schedule, I say it like I have a scheduled time that I eat every day. I don't. It's just like a routine kind of thing, but there aren't set times. As I do that, like I said, I plan on doing more hours at work. I just find that at the moment it is my happy place, like, you know, and I want to be at work a lot more, so that's the plan. Let's do more hours at work, earn more money, save more money, because I have now finally set up my own savings account, and it's so satisfying seeing the numbers rise. I'm trying to, you know, work more and save more, mainly for like driving and everything, like driving wise, things like getting a car, driving lessons, my theory test. I really need to crack on with that, because if I don't crack on with my theory stuff and book a test soon, basically all of the slots are going to be gone for the year, because it's that bad. Like the whole sort of process. I think my sister has got hers booked for May or something like that, which she booked last month, by the way. So that's basically a 4-month waiting list, I think. So I need to jump on the ball with that. I need to get rolling. And then, like I said, I need to get a car insurance. That's going to be the most expensive. Well, and driving lessons. But I've got a lot of money in my other savings account as well, but like I don't have access to that. So I need to do more theory work with the whole driving thing, and I've actually got a book on the theory test and highway code that I need to like get into. And then I've also got a driving theory app. And the other thing I need to do is start doing mock tests. Maybe I need to start doing them like once a week and see where I'm lacking. And yeah, I just need to get onto the driving theory app once a day again. And I think I'm about halfway through my coffee. Yeah, I'm probably about halfway through this video as well. But then the other thing that I actually plan on saving for is obviously career things, which is exciting because, well, obviously, like I said, my camera is dying on me. So I need to buy a new camera, which is going to be an expensive purchase, but it will be one that lasts me a few years, so I'll get my money's worth, definitely. And then the other thing I really want to save for is like a proper digital audio workstation, so a DAW. If you're a musician, you know things like Ableton and Logic and everything like that. There are loads more, but they're just the two that I could think of off the top of my head. I would ideally like to save for a full version of Ableton. You know, at some point in the future, you know, I would love to have, you know, a MacBook and Logic Pro X myself. But for now, it's going to be Ableton because I only have a Windows computer at the moment, which I'm not complaining about. Some would argue that it's probably better than a MacBook and Logic Pro X. But that's the other thing that I need to save for. And while we're on that topic, actually, the reason why I want to save for like that kind of thing is because this whole thing recently has made me realise, you know, what's important to me and what I want to do with my life. And so I started thinking back to when I was little and what I loved doing back then, when I was like around sort of 10 years old. So in a way, you could say that I started thinking back to my roots, where I started. And for me, that is music and writing, in that order, because I started music when I was like 7 years old, and I distinctly remember I had like this purple fake Hannah Montana guitar, and I would love the thing, and I would like mess about with it and play with it all the time. That was like the first sort of like guitar experience for me. I bloody loved the thing. And my parents could tell. So then when I was like 11, I think 11, sort of 12ish, I got my first ever guitar, and it was like a second-hand acoustic. How did I even manage to break that? I have no clue, but I had that for a few years, and then I got my beloved blue acoustic electric Cutaway. Vividly remember playing that fake guitar. That was my first experience, sort of like playing guitar in a way. And then around the same sort of time I started writing songs. So I've actually been writing for about 13 years when you think about it. And it's pretty much most of my life. I know that thinking back to those sort of moments, I know that if I start doing like more music, more writing, to me it feels right to do. And it feels right to go back to it and work hard for it, because I know that, you know, 7-year-old me would look up to me at that point and be like, and I feel like they would just say, wow, you're awesome. I want that feeling. I do. It's like you have to make your younger self proud of what you're doing, and at the moment I'm not. I mean, in a way I am, because I'm a lot more confident than I was when I was 7 years old, because I work in fucking retail and you kind of have to be to communicate with customers clearly and effectively, efficiently. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So, you know, because I started out with music, it feels like what I'm meant to do. And the same with writing, which means that, yes, my sort of next step is to go back to the basics and strip it back and just get rid of all of these like extra layers that are unnecessary. And when I say that, I mean like temporarily. Like all of these other things that I'm trying to do, like I'm temporarily getting rid of so I can focus on the two things that I started out doing. Because actually I didn't even start filming and doing stuff like this until I was 13. I'm hoping you will never find that content on here. I'm hoping it's private. I mean, because I can't even remember the account that I used to use. I have other channels here on YouTube that I used to use, and please don't find them. That leads me to the point of why I feel like I'm actually doing this coffee talk, and that is because, you know, obviously I'm stripping it back and going back to the basics, which means that yes, I'm taking a break from YouTube, and I also just feel like this is like the right thing for me to do right now, to sort of just focus on all of the other things going on in my life. And I am now done with my coffee. I've decided that I'm going to be taking a couple of months off of YouTube. Yes, a couple of months. To me, it seems not enough time, but also enough time, because I don't want to spend too many months away from YouTube, because I obviously do enjoy it. I just need to go back to my basics, get back to like my happy place. I just want to be happy again. You know, I feel like I haven't been for the past like 9 months since I finished college, and so I want to get that back. That's what this whole break is for, to sort of find myself again, to discover myself again, and just find what makes me happy again, and I just want to be happy again. And to do that I have to sort of, like I said, go back to my roots, go back to the basics. And also, yeah, I'm taking a couple of months off to sort of heal from what's happened mentally, and to get back to a place where I want to be and where I'm happy, because I want to do more music and more writing. I feel like I haven't written like consistently since July, so that's something I need to work on, and I just want to like actually prioritize them a lot more. And like I said, that's the reason why I'm going to be taking the time off of YouTube, to focus on them and obviously work as well. And I know like a lot will change with work, but honestly, if you want more updates, make sure to go and follow me on Instagram, because fingers crossed I will be posting on there a lot more now that I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube. And I just feel like at the moment I'm at a very crucial point where I need to do like a complete 180 of my life. I need to do that now. I can't just sit around continuing to do this and just constantly feel like Groundhog Day. Like, I don't want that. I need to make that change now, and by doing that I need to take a step back from YouTube, and I hope that you understand that. Just want to go back to my roots, you know, and do what makes me happy again. And we are pretty much almost done. I feel like I've talked about everything. A few last things. So in terms of music, I just want to write more songs and also start thinking about producing my own stuff. So that's where Ableton comes in, that's where work comes in, because I have to earn money to be able to pay for a full version of Ableton. But it just feels like all of these pieces of my life are like interconnected, and they all sort of work together to build them all up. But sort of going back to the whole producing thing, it will still be a while before I even think about sharing anything, and probably won't even share anything until next year. It honestly just depends on what I end up doing in the next year. If I decide to move out, if I get a new job, like a proper full-time job, I reckon that will be the goal for the end of this year. I keep saying that I'm gonna get a new job, I'm gonna get a new job. Still haven't gotten a new job, and it's March 2022. Been saying that since July 2021. Also the whole like production, like music production thing. Another thing I have been thinking about is starting up my second channel again. By the way, I am out of coffee, so I might just drink my water now. I'm sort of thinking about starting up my second channel again because I miss it. Like, I miss just doing music in general, and I just really want to get back into it, but I'm not entirely sure what that's going to mean for my second channel. It might mean nothing, you know. It might just mean that I just do music in my own time and I don't feel the pressure to share it, because I know that if I did start my second channel up again, I just feel like it would be a lot of pressure, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to sort of keep up with it. Nothing is like set in stone, and nothing is for certain. Even if I did want to start up my second channel again, it would be a while, because yeah, obviously my camera's breaking on me. I've just got to be really careful with it, and I'm trying to make sure that my camera doesn't get too hot, because if it gets too hot, it's going to crash on me, freeze on me. And so all of that will be, you know, the whole music production thing will be hugely beneficial for me, because I do want to get a job in the music industry, and I'm thinking like the recording side of things. And then in terms of writing, I just want to continue with it and actually have a consistent routine with it and just enjoy it again. Obviously I do a lot of writing content on this channel, so there will be some things that I vlog and some things that I don't vlog, and there'll possibly be some things that I share over on my Instagram, so make sure to go and follow me at Chloe J Elizabeth. Be on the screen and down below for you to check it out. So the main thing is that I'm taking a break from YouTube for a couple of months, and it's March now. I probably won't come back until May sort of time, but obviously I'll keep you updated over on Instagram. I think that's going to be everything for this video, but yes, I'm taking a couple of months off of YouTube to focus on music, writing, myself, work, and just, you know, my mental health and physical health too, and just to get myself back on track. That is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully I will see you again in May. I know this kind of seems out of the blue, but I do really need this. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below, and also ding the bell to be notified when I do start like uploading again. But obviously, like I said, there'll be an update on Instagram, which will also be linked down in the description, as well as like my other social media stuff and everything like that. And I think that's everything. I will hopefully see you in May. Thank you so much for watching, and I should hopefully be back soon. Bye!